At the beginning of the story, we see a man walking into a bank and demanding access to his locker room, but before going there he was being searched, during which the security guard discovers that one of the man's hand is made of titanium. But by that time it is very common, that's why they allow him to enter. Then as soon as the man comes in and gets his retina scanned, all the lockers related to him are opened. The man then goes to his locker, removes his titanium hand, and then pulls out a very dangerous hand from the locker, inside which weapons were also attached. After seeing that, the staff there gets scared. That person immediately starts killing all the guards there by applying this hand. The man then approaches another locker, which he breaks open and takes out some diamonds, and actually he is a thief who has come to steal these diamonds. That's why after finishing his work he starts trying to run away from here. But in the meantime, the police reach there and starts trying to stop this person. But that person starts going out there by making a girl hostage, and in the meantime, he gets shot by the policeman, from which he was seriously injured, but he somehow manages to get out of the bank. Then we see a man named Aitor, who was actually the brother of the same thief, and was waiting for him outside. Now as soon as he sees this condition of the thief, he immediately goes to him and tries to take care of him. But by now even the thief had understood that he could no longer survive due to his injuries, so he gives diamonds to Aitor and tells him to run away. From there the scene shifts to a girl named Maria who has come to watch a long jump competition. Then we see in her memories that she also wanted to be a long jump champion since childhood, because her mother was a long jump champion at international level. Following in her path, she has become a long jump athlete but not yet a long jump champion, because every time this title was taken by none other than his younger sister Gabby, because she has a prosthetic leg. And then we come to know that science has progressed so much at that time that people use prosthetics. This not only helps handicapped people but also makes them much more powerful than normal humans. But Maria doesn't like the sports person using prosthetics at all. And the main reason is Gabby, because every time Gabby outruns her. And now she is reluctantly attending a match of Gabby under family pressure, where Gabby sets a new world record today by seeing which people start screaming. But Maria was not happy at all. Now from back we can see the dead body of the same thief which was still lying in front of the bank, and many policemen also reach there. Now after doing a little investigation on that man, the police find out that the man's name was Atelier, who was a boxer by profession, but his career was completely ruined due to the Bionic revolution, because at that time everyone started using prosthetics, and people also like to watch the fight of those people who use prosthetics, and that's why Atelier even cut off his own hand so that he could have a prosthetic implant there. But when the police later discovered that he had deliberately cut his hand, he was not allowed to have a prosthetic, because before using any prosthetic, a chip had to be implanted in the brain through brain surgery, which is called NIM. So after getting information from the chip in Atelier's brain, the police finds out that the chip actually belonged to a player, which has been killed long ago. This meant that Atelier had removed the chip from his body and had it implanted in his own body. Next we see Aitor, who goes to his boxing club where he meets a boy named Gus, to whom he gives all the diamonds. Gus then checks the quality of these diamonds and finds out that all the diamonds are worth 5 million. Then from their words we know that Gus is new in their team, and when Aitor asks why he joined their team, Gus tells him that he just wants an evolution in humans. After hearing this, Aitor agrees, but Aitor was still very worried. Now there were two reasons for Aitor's concern. First, he needed about $10 million and the diamonds were only going to sell for $5 million, and the second reason is that he needs a human for further his revolution by turning him into a bionic, and these two things are most important to their mission. Gus then suggests a man here to Aitor who can help him with this revolution, and only after knowing this, they arrive at an abandoned stadium, where Maria is running alone. Then she sees Gus and approaches him, and then we know from their words that Maria and Gus are actually brother and sister, and their relationship is very good. Then we also get to see a flashback of Gus where he gets a lot closer to Maria after his mom dies. Also, there is always a competition between Maria and Gabby, but while they both sisters wanted to be athletes, Gus was always into mobile. Then Gus wanted to tell Maria about his mission, but Maria goes back to running and doesn't pay much attention to Gus. And on the other hand we see the Bionic company where all the prosthetics were made, and there is a huge meeting going on right now. The name of the owner of this company is Dario, and there we also see Ricardo, who is actually the father of Maria, Gabby, and Gus. Then from their conversation we learn that they are going to update the synthetic chip called NIM, by which the power of the prosthetic will increase by 30%. Now when they tell Gabby's manager Wanda about it, she's more than happy, because if the power of the prosthetic increased, it meant that Gabby would be able to go on to set even more new world records. On the other hand, we see Maria, who goes to meet Aitor when she finishes her running. After talking to Aitor, she discovers that Aitor actually wants to bring a revolution in humans, and to bring this revolution, Aitor was going to do something that the Bionic company couldn't build any prosthetics in future. After knowing this, Maria is quite shocked and asks Aitor the reason for all this, and then Aitor tells Maria about Atelier. That Atelier was on his peak at the time when the Bionic revolution hadn't come. But as soon as the Bionic revolution came and people started using prosthetics, Atelier's career was completely ruined from then on. and then Atelier deliberately started the use of the prosthetic, but by then he was banned from boxing due to being declared a criminal, and Heitor is doing all this to take revenge for that, and after knowing all this, Maria also agrees to help him, because she felt very well that a normal human could never compete with a human who uses a prosthetics, but Heitor there advises her to become bionic as he needs her in his mission. But for now, Maria forbids him for this and leaves. Now at night we see Maria with her family at a club party where they come to have fun. But suddenly there is an argument between Maria and Gabby because Maria doesn't like Gabby's success at all. And then Maria realizes that the world really needs a revolution, because no one likes to watch normal humans anymore. Everyone just likes to watch competition between bionics, and that is why now only bionics are gradually participating in all competitions. After speaking angrily to Gabby, Maria leaves from there. Suddenly, she has a very bad accident on the way. After that, when she is taken to the hospital, one of her legs is amputated during surgery. After regaining consciousness, when Maria finds out about her leg, she starts crying loudly. Then somehow Ricardo and Gabby calm her down and give her an injection of sleep. On the other hand, we see the police talking about Heitor's group, where they want to find Heitor's group, because somewhere Heitor's group used to cut off some people's hands and feet, in order to intentionally make them bionic. There Maria also recovered and goes to her house, but there she feels very depressed. Gabby then tries to comfort her. Then Maria gets a call from Heitor who has sent a gift for her, and when Maria opens the gift, inside is a doll with a prosthetic leg, and then Maria realizes that she cannot live a full life with such a limp. That's why she goes to the hospital the next day and gets a synthetic chip implanted in her brain, after which she also starts using her prosthetic leg, and now seeing herself standing on 2 legs after so many days makes Maria very happy, after which she resumes her training from the next day so that she can continue her long jump championship. But during training, she was still not able to jump properly. Then her trainer starts to explain about prosthetic leg, after which Maria talks to her brother. When Gus discovers that Maria has also started using a prosthetic, he feels very happy. After a while, Heitor reaches Maria, then he goes to the room with Maria and gets intimate with her, and while talking to her, he tells her that today they have to execute their plan. After knowing that, Maria also agrees to this, but tells him to keep Gus away from all of this. At night we see a bank truck carrying cash, then suddenly, Maria and Heitor arrive there wearing masks, and they crash the truck, and now when the guards come out of the truck, Heitor kills some of the guards. Maria feels very bad after seeing this but still she doesn't say anything, after which Heitor and Maria take some money from the truck and return to their base, but Maria doesn't like what happened at all and tells Heitor to stop all this. But then Heitor explains to her that the guard actually saw Maria's face and that's why Heitor killed him. Then Maria also sees Gus there, which makes her even more angry with Heitor, because she told Heitor to keep Gus out of all this. But then Gus comes to Maria and tells her that he wants to join this mission himself, and also this was his plan. And then we find out about Heitor's main plan, that actually Heitor has stolen this money so that he can collect 10 million which he was going to give to some hackers, who are to tell him that where the next delivery of the chip is going to be, because Bionic company has to get the synthetic chip assembled elsewhere and it also takes a lot of resources to make it, and if these people steal the synthetic chip, Bionic will not be able to make any prosthetics in future. Then Maria wanted to take Gus out of there but Gus wanted to support Heitor, that's why he sends Maria from there, and on the other side we can see people near the bank truck. After arriving there, the police start talking to an injured guard, and then that guard also tells the cops that one of those who attacked him had a fake leg, and she was a girl. After knowing that, the policemen start to think that it might be Maria but they are still unable to come to a conclusion. On the other hand, Maria was very worried because she never wanted to take anyone's life. When she comes out after swimming, her sister Gabby approaches her. While talking to her, she starts asking about her prosthetic experience. Meanwhile, their father Ricardo also comes there and tells them that he has announced a competition between them, because now both the girls are bionic, which will make a fair competition, and the abilities of both will be checked. Also many people are going to come to see this competition, which will also boost Maria's career. After knowing this, Maria is very happy, but Gabby is not very happy at all, after which, when these guys start their training, Mari and Gabby start fighting a lot. Gus and a policeman were also watching the two of them fight like this. Suddenly, the policeman notices Gus's hand, which has Heitor's group tattooed on it. But now they both go to end the confrontation between Gabby and Maria. While fighting with Gabby, Maria kicks the policeman. Also, Maria doesn't care because she hates cops so much since her accident, because the police still haven't found the person who caused Maria's accident. Now after Maria leaves, the policeman takes Ricardo and Gabby aside and tells them that actually the owner of the car Maria had an accident with has been killed long ago. At the same time, there was one more strange thing about Maria's accident, that before her accident, the police station got a call that she was going to have an accident, and the police should be sent there. This means that someone has deliberately caused this accident, but he did not want Maria to be killed. So the policeman is there to ask Ricardo about Gus and Heitor's connection. But suddenly Gus arrives. When he finds out, he immediately takes Ricardo and Gabby away. Then the next day, Gus calls Aitor to tell him that the police had come to question Maria, and wanted to know about Aitor. Then we also see Gabby, who has heard all of Gus's conversation, and she realizes that Gus and Maria must have some connection with Aitor. And then Gabby calls the cops for the recordings in which Maria's accident was reported, and when she listens carefully to the recording, she discovers that the Antillino Para is playing in the background, which Maria hears, and it means that Maria caused her accident on purpose. After knowing that, Gabby is quite shocked. Then on the day of the competition we see Gabby do a very long jump to break Maria's arrogance and break her own old record as well, but Maria, who practiced a lot even when she was a normal human, she easily breaks Gabby's record this time. Everyone went crazy after seeing that, but Gabby doesn't like that at all, so she does another very long jump during the second round, and breaks Maria's record, but Maria again beats her in this round. At the start of the third round, Gabby's condition worsens. That is why she cannot maintain her balance after jumping and falls on her face, which hurts her a lot and everyone gets very upset. Maria is also not happy about this and starts scolding her father. She was scolding her father because it was her father who announced the competition between them. Then her father tells her that he did all this with good intentions, after which, when Maria goes to meet Gabby, she talks very nicely to Gabby, but Gabby was not happy at all after seeing Maria, and when Maria asks for the whole truth, Gabby tells her that Maria caused her own accident on purpose. But after hearing this, Maria is very shocked, and when she listens to the recording, she tells Gabby that she didn't do anything. And then Maria realizes that her accident was caused by none other than Aitor, and after realizing this, she gets very angry with Aitor and decides to talk to Aitor about it. Well, by now Aitor also had the information of the place where Dario was going to take the delivery of the synthetic chips, so he immediately approaches Maria and tries to make a plan with her, but Maria learned that Aitor had caused her accident on purpose. She begins to curse Aitor, then Aitor grabs her by the hair and tells her that the fame you have now is because of me, but Maria flatly refuses to give him any help and goes to her house. After going there, when she drinks her water, suddenly something happens to her, after which she cannot even move. And then we find out that Aitor did it all with the help of Gus, because he threatened him that if he didn't do all this, those people would break into his house and kill his father. After which all of Aitor's friends come and caught Maria's family and threaten Maria that they will kill her family if she will not help them. And now, with no other choice, Maria has to agree to help them. Now, on the day the synthetic chip was supposed to be delivered, Aitor takes Maria to a huge building next to the Bionic company, and then Maria's mission is to jump from the big building to the Bionic company building where she has to steal the synthetic chips, and because Maria was a long jump athlete, so she jumped from one building to another very smoothly. After going to there she kills everyone and steals the briefcase, after taking which she sits in a car and starts trying to get out of there. Then on the way she sees Aitor's bike coming towards her. After seeing this, Maria gets very angry and she crashes Aitor's bike, but when she gets down, she finds Gus was riding Aitor's bike, because now Gus dies and Maria is very sad after seeing all this, because she never thought that Aitor would use Gus to take the chips. Then Aitor arrives with his members in front of her. After seeing this Maria moves forward to attack him, but Aitor knocks her unconscious, and the scene comes back to the Bionic company where the police reaches to Dario. Now, because by now Dario has also found out everything, he immediately asks the police to find Maria as soon as possible. And on the other hand, we see Maria, when she opens her eyes, her sister Gabby was also tied in front of her, and then Maria notices that Aitor is trading synthetic chips with someone else. After seeing that, Maria realizes that Aitor has been lying to her, and he just wanted to steal the chips so he could make money by selling them, and that guy actually wanted to make his own army with the help of these bionic chips. After knowing this, Maria gets very angry and somehow frees herself. Then she kicks on the briefcase. Then Aitor and his men try to attack Maria, but Maria kills everyone there in a rage, and she is also about to kill Aitor, but then she hears the sound of police sirens, and she decides that she will leave him alive. But because Gabby knows that the police won't believe Maria at this time, she tells Maria to run away. Then Maria starts to run away, but she is too injured by now, so she runs off the roof and gets caught in a net, and the cops come to help her. But because Maria knew the police wouldn't believe her, she removed her prosthetic leg, causing her to fall to the ground. And as the policemen go down to her, we see Gabby, who comes up to Maria and drives away, putting her in the car. There we see Dario, who has taken over the body of Gus and is doing something with it. Then scene shifts after 6 months where we see that the cops have stopped looking for Maria and Gabby, after which we are shown Maria and Gabby who have opened a gym at their mother's name, and there they used to train children who were bionic. Then Dario comes to meet them as he knows about their location and supports them a lot, and he wasn't even sorry that Maria had tried to steal his company, because he also knew that Maria had done it under compulsion. He then introduces them to Gus, whose body he summoned at the right time and turned him into a cyborg before his brain dead, by which Gus is still alive but in the form of a cyborg. And with that, the movie ends here. If you like this video, please subscribe this channel.